I'm going to be working on a project today, just kind of for fun, but also just to see kind of what happens, etc., etc. Should be live on all platforms now. How's it going, everyone? I'm here. I haven't been replaced by AI. I tried to tell you guys that I'm not AI, but nobody listened to me. I'm just making sure everything is connected, etc. Just give me 2 seconds, guys. I just have to do my checks and stuff. Make sure I'm still hitting the crab on OSRS, no XP waste. And yeah, so the plan for today's stream, I was going to wait until someone said hello just to make sure that I am live, but it looks like I am live, so I will just continue. Actually, I should just double, triple check. Oh yeah, it says live there. Okay, perfect. So in today's stream, I'm going to be building foundations of an entire SaaS project as quickly as possible. Database, payments, AI integration. How quickly can we do it? Let's find out. Now, again, this is more just for experimentation purposes only. I'm not doing this because I'm starting a new project, for example. I'm just doing it to see kind of how quickly we can actually set things up and get things going. Now, I'm just looking on my phone to make sure that the stream is working. It looks like it actually is, which is amazing. Hey guys, thank you for checking out the stream. Let's just see. Yep, there we go. You can see that the chat is popping up. Perfect. So let's see how we get on here. I'm just going to open up Claude Code. So mkdir. We'll call this stream project. Hey Roy, how you doing? CD stream project, and then we'll open Claude. Do we need any MCPs? Don't think so, actually. Maybe Playwright in the future, but okay. So what we need is we need kind of a database, we need payments, and we need some kind of AI integration. So for AI integration, I'll be using OpenRouter. I do highly recommend OpenRouter just because it has kind of a really, really good interface. And if you want to use different models more quickly, then this is the way to do it. What is this? Minimax. This is a new model. High efficiency large language model for end-to-end coding and agentic workflow. 10 billion. Interesting. I will probably check this out at some point. This is a new model, it looks like. How's everyone doing? What's everyone working on? Let me know how you've all been. It's been a little while since I've actually been live. So just, yeah, let me know how everyone's getting on. Why is that not showing me my YouTube chat? Hmm. I'm trying to see my chat on my phone, but I can't. Anyway, let's just actually get on with the project here. So I can only see YouTube chat at the moment, guys. I will fix that eventually. I'm not sure why that's happened, but it is what it is. It happens. Let's go to the stream just so I can read the chat on the side. Sorry about this, guys. Just getting everything set up. Let's do all messages. Okay, perfect. So yeah, what's everyone been working on? It's been a little while since I streamed. I'm gonna try and be streaming every single day, and I'm gonna kind of move into streaming a little bit. Let me just check the sound and stuff's working. Yep, perfect. Okay, so that's everything is working beautifully. So Restream is actually very, very good. Okay, so firstly, I'd like you to use sub agents to set me up a Supabase locally and then have the variables for that Supabase stored in a .m so I can easily switch them out for prod variables in the future. Generally do this for everything we work on today, as in always code.m variables so that I don't have to worry about what variables are where in the code, etc. Do you understand? Can you do this for me? Spin up a sub agent in order to preserve. I'll zoom in a bit, guys. Preserve context. So I'm going to show you guys a new way that I have been building projects. Instead of trying to one-shot things. Wait, why is this so fast? Is this IQ? That was very fast. No. So instead of trying to one-shot things, etc., what I've been doing more recently is I've been building block by block projects from scratch, and I'm going to show you guys that process today, right? So this is like a live example of how I have actually been creating projects recently. So you can see here, task, setup local, database with .env. So it's checking if we have Docker installed, which we do. Basically, the way this works, guys, if you're unfamiliar with this process, is it spins up a sub agent which keeps the context of the Claude code conversation, right? Someone said GitHub Spec Kit. I tried it. I don't like those kind of tools, honestly. I just don't. I'd rather just do things myself. I've used it, wasn't a big fan of it. It created a lot of bloat, and to be honest with you, it just doesn't seem as good as just doing things yourself, basically. So yeah, just be wary of that, guys. A lot of these things, they create a lot of bloat, and I just find it better to use sub agents with my own prompting, my own step-by-step creation process, etc., etc. That's how I work, right? That might not be how you work, obviously, but that's just how I work. And it seems to work better like that for me specifically. Trying to see why the chat's not working on my phone, but it's okay. It's not a huge issue. So yeah, what happened there is obviously everything's running already. Tried GLM 4.6 in Claude Code. I have tried GLM 4.6 in Claude Code, and I do think it's actually pretty damn good, to be honest with you. I really do like GLM 4.5. There is a link in the stream to Z.AI if you're interested in their coding plan, guys. Definitely check out my link for that specifically. You'd be doing me a big favor if you do sign up with my link. Not because of the money, just because it shows them that I'm a good sponsor. But yeah, I do like Z.AI. I do like GLM 4.6 for sure. Interested in their coding plan, guys? Oops. Sorry, I'm just checking if everything's working on the stream. I'm always so paranoid that things are broken on the stream, but it looks like everything's going well. Okay, so let's see. So at the moment, we're just getting Superbase started. How about skills? You tried. I haven't tried skills. I'm not really seeing the advantage of skills. I'm just seeing it as agents with a little bit more knowledge. But like, I often find adding more knowledge and adding bloat is actually a disadvantage and not an advantage, right? So what generally happens is, a lot of these things they already have like system prompts, and then we have our user prompt, and then if we add skills as well, it just starts to get to the point where it's already filled up before you've even started, right? Be honest, GLM is paying you because it's trash. I was already talking about them before they started paying me, but I will be honest, and they are paying me, and I still think they're good. So you can think what you want, Rick, honestly. I was already making videos about them before they paid me. I reached out to them to ask if they would sponsor me because I knew that I'd be making videos about them anyway because I liked them. But yeah, again, think what you want. You can think I'm a shill if you want, I don't mind. GLM trash, I'm using it. It gets things done better and better than Augment Code. I think it's good, personally. I don't know why Rick is so angry. I use Kilo Code. Why Claude Code? What is the advantage? I like Kilo Code. I like Claude Code. I kind of just use both. I flip between them. If I'm actually creating something that I care about, I'll use Claude Code with Claude, just because it's like if you're creating something for production, you don't really want to be messing around with GLM 4.6 in its current state because it might not be the best for you, right? It just depends what you're working on. If you're working on something on prod, I would probably use Claude, just because it's a bigger company. You can kind of trust them a bit more, maybe with like their code quality, etc., etc. But GLM 4.6 for messing around and one-shotting projects and just seeing something run for 12 hours, 100% use GLM 4.6. I love that. I absolutely love it personally. No, but you're only saying this people start to call you out, not for flagging as paid promotion. Saying this when people start to call you out and not for flagging as paid promotion. Nobody called me out for not flagging paid promotion, Rick. I just literally do videos sponsored as well, or if I'm just talking about them because they come up in the video. You can literally look in my last few videos; they're all flagged. I don't know what the problem is, dude. If you low on budget, GLM is the best path. Exactly. If you've got a very low budget, it's perfect for you. If you don't want to be paying 200 a month for Claude Code, it's literally perfect. It's $3 to $6 a month, right? Compared to 200. Like obviously the quality is not going to be as good. I mean, 200, there's a huge difference. Like, if you can't afford $200 a month, I don't see what the problem is advertising a company that costs $3 to $6 a month. Like, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. But anyway, people are angry for some reason sometimes. That's all good. That's fine. I will go back and make sure all the videos are flagged, Rick. Only 3 of my videos are actually sponsored by Z.AI. So yeah, guys, we now have our database, which we should be able to see running if we go here, for example. So let's just jump on over to here. There we go. So we now have our database running already. Let's see if we can get Stripe running as well. So my project will also likely need Stripe. Can we get a local version of Stripe running? Again with .env variables so we can why can I not see? Oh, later switch everything out for prod. I don't know why it does that. It like cuts it off. I really hate that. Rick, just for you, after the stream, I'm going to go through and make sure any video that I consider to be. Anyway, it's not angry at you. Still think you're one of the better YouTubers in the space. Some people use AI avatar. At least you still presenting. But yeah, Rick, it's fine, dude. I understand. I didn't mean to not flag a video. There might be 1 or 2 videos that weren't flagged. It wasn't intentional. It's not like I'm trying to hide it. It's just I'm so used to not having a sponsor that I forget to tick the little button when I do. But yeah, thanks for clarifying, dude, and sorry for saying you were angry when you're not. I never used Claude models in Claude Code until now. Have no reason. Interesting. I never used Claude models in Claude Code till now. Have no reason. Wait, let me just put my phone somewhere a little bit so I don't have to keep looking all the way over there. Julian avatar, yeah, Julian does have an avatar, which is doing very, very well for him. I have to say, so fair play to him. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I actually do really, really enjoy streaming. I'm going to try and stream a little bit more just to give you guys the basics on how to do things like setting up a project like this. Oh, my glasses got broken, by the way, if you're wondering where my glasses are. Candy. My cat is going to come and interrupt me any second. Oh, old school RuneScape. Sorry, guys, can't XP waste. It's very, very important. I'm training range right now. Stripe CLI for webhook. Yeah, I'm going to use Stripe CLI. What is this? Is this Stripe? Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Stripe. Yeah, I'm going to use Stripe webhook, Stripe CLI. That's my plan here. I didn't actually check if it used CLI, but I'm going to assume that it did. Good boy. Andy. Sorry if you can hear my cat, guys. No problem, actually. It's totally fine. What time is it? Yeah, you can give her the antibiotics, yeah. Maybe give her the other medicine, and then later we can give her the antibiotic. Yeah? Candy. All right. Just give her a snack then for now. Yeah. So just so you know, guys, you can do Control O to read what's actually happening when it kind of cuts off like that. What are we building? Are you implementing authentication? I can do, yeah. What are we building? I'm just building like I'm just seeing how quickly I can make an AI SaaS using kind of the new building blocks that I've discovered recently of sub agents and other things like that. So I'm just seeing how quickly I can actually build in 2025. Because previously, if someone had said build me a SaaS, it would have taken me a few months, right? I'm starting to think that that has gone down significantly. By the way, guys, if you do have a project that you want building an MVP of, we're currently looking for another client to build another SaaS. We've just, well, we're just about to finish Quotely, which was a project that we've been, that I've worked on pretty much non-stop. So if you do have a project, there's a link in the description if you want to yeah, work with us basically. So environment variables adders.env. Okay. Stripe webhook listener is running. Okay. You can't do it in a day. Don't tell me that, dude. Do not tell me that because I will do it in a day if you tell me that. Okay, so let's just think. Okay, so our database needs users as we need authentication. Has building WordPress sites improved with Claude? Yes. Oh, yes. Tell Claude to. Oh, wait. Is Crisp not activated here? Use Crisp, right? Hello. Um, has building WordPress sites improved with Claude? Yeah, it has massively. If you just say to Claude, I'm working on a WordPress website, spin me up a Docker container with WordPress, and then execute all of the WordPress CLI commands yourselves, then it will build the whole project for you. I can do a stream on that as well. How to do modern UI UX with AI using shared CN or other library. How to prompt. You can use the Playwright MCP to process the CSS of a competitor and then borrow their stuff basically. Hey Kenrick, how's it going, man? Nice to see you. Okay, so our database needs users as we need authentication and things like that. So can you set the database up for that? Also paid and free members, etc. Anything else you need? Dude, honestly, you're saying impossible. You're making me want to do it right now in this stream and stay up 24 hours just to prove you wrong. So please stop. I will stay up for 24 hours just to prove you wrong. I promise you. So Susanna says I don't think so. Authenticator to strike production ready. I think I could do it personally, Rick, but something that I didn't try is to edit WordPress websites. Our cat is sick. She wants to go outside, guys, but she's had a rough couple of days, so she's not allowed outside. Okay, so we've got our first bit of SQL here. That should just run an SQL migration. I bet $100. Suzanne, he's betting me. He's betting me $100 I can't make an app in 24 hours. This guy. What plan are you using? The max plan, $200 max plan. Candy. Sorry, guys, it's a little bit chaotic. I might have to stream upstairs tomorrow. Nah, it's kind of nice though. I do kind of like it. Which plan are you on? I'm on the $200 plan. I think I already said that. But why do take a screenshot of any section in a web page and prompt ChatGPT to give unique ideas on that section and tell an agent like Klein or Claude to implement? What are you building? Kenrick, I'm just seeing how quick it is to build the foundations of a production-ready SaaS with all of my new things that I've learned recently, as well as sub-agents. Why is this not using sub-agents? I know we're talking about production ready. I have two production ready apps that I've made already. I know how difficult it is. Honestly, I know how hard it is. I know why you're saying it's impossible as well. Trust me, I know. I've streamed the entire process of creating a production ready app already. Okay. So should I make HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, guys, or should I go down the React route? I think maybe React in this case. I don't know. What do you guys think? Maybe React, because then it's easier to make something production ready because it already has security and things baked into it. Yeah, I think I'll use React. Okay, so now make me a basic home page with basic login and register pages, etc. all fully hooked up. For now, all users are free. Should I use Next.js? I don't really want to use Next.js. Should I use Next.js? It just makes things too complicated, I swear. Next.js is like, it's adding a load of soup to There's too many things going on with Next.js. I just don't like it really. I'll just say use React, I think. Is anyone massively against me just using React here? Yeah. I'm not as familiar with Next.js as I am with React and Express, for example. Rich is saying use Next.js. Does anyone else have an opinion on this? If so, please let me know because, yeah, I mean, I can use anything. Yeah. Or forever, what is it? Forever hold your truth. Methods to fully clone a website. I'm trying to build one. Dev M, what you can do is use the Playwright MCP to process the website that you want to clone and then ask Claude Code to create basically a copy of that. No one else is saying anything, so I'm going to use Next.js. Yeah, I just don't like Next.js personally. I only use it React and Express. I don't know anything about Angular. I don't know anything about Angular for this project unless you think you use Next.js. Okay, okay, okay. Kenrick is saying use Next.js. Astro is pretty good. Yeah, I do like Astro. But it's not for this, but I do like Astro. So first, let's create Next.js. I know that Next.js is on top of React. Let's create the Next.js environment first, and then we'll go there. What about DevTools? Yeah, you could use DevTools as well. Chrome, they're pretty much the same thing. The only difference is the Chrome Tools MCP allows you to do what's it called, like lighthouse speed tests and things like that. But it's not a huge advantage to be honest with you. I think they're pretty much the same thing, personally. All Google is doing is saying, well, Playwright is a success. Let's release Chrome DevTools, basically. That's how I view it anyway. Yeah, Vue.js would have been a good choice as well. I'm just not as familiar with it. I personally am only really used to using Next.js, React, Express for the backend or Node. HTML, CSS, and JavaScript with Fast API would have been my personal choice, but I don't want to do that again. What authentication framework you're going to choose? Probably Magic Link with Supabase. It takes like 2 minutes to set up, and I'm done. I'll just use Resend, Magic Link, job done. It's really not as bad as you may think. It used to be extremely complicated. I think Magic Link, though, where you don't have to worry about forgot passwords and things, and it's just as valid a form of authentication as, I mean, who uses username and passwords in 2025, honestly? If a company wants me to make a username and password, I don't even want to sign up with them anymore, to be honest with you. Who the hell uses username and password anymore? The real way to do it is Magic Link, I'm telling you. Next.js, too many errors. I agree, that's why I didn't want to use Next.js, but I've already created an HTML, CSS, and JavaScript project, so I guess it's Next.js time. I don't like Next.js personally, but it is what it is. What kind of SaaS are we building? Just a general open router AI SaaS. I'm not actually that part I'm not bothered about. I just want to make like a SaaS kind of starter kit. See how quick it is to actually make. The implementation of open AI, open router or router is the thing that will take me the least amount of time. I see you straight up building. How about you do research with ChatGPT or something to search the ideal target audience, what branding, theme, color, etc., and keep it in a text. You do that at the end, I would say. Spend so much time debugging. I agree. I don't like Next.js personally. A website CMS in 2025, 2026, WordPress, Strappy, Payload, or other. How to keep it easy for ourselves and for clients. WordPress, 100%. If it's going to a client, you need to use WordPress. Nobody is going to learn how to use Strappy so that every new page, it doesn't just build as it wants. What you can do is Fusion. You can keep the CSS and the design to a minimum at the beginning, and then you fill in that gap. So you just say to it, just do vanilla, like black and white, nothing special. And then at the end, you do all the design stuff, right? AI SDK is very nice. I haven't actually checked that out. The way I would do it is I would build everything first, and then only when everything is built would I consider the design of something, right? When you build something, you build, the foundations and everything, and then the final thing you do is you paint it, right? If you think of it like that, the last thing you want to be doing is painting. You want to be painting before, you have a wall, right, to paint. That's how I view it anyway. Also, I don't give a shit about design, to be honest with you. I think design is just a waste of time. Go with React then. Well, I've already gone with Next.js now, so it's fine. We'll work it out. So this is the point where I probably need Playwright so that it can test itself because I don't want to be testing things. So we'll just go on Google. Yeah, but it's just like I'm just doing it as an example. I'm not actually building an app to build an app. Thanks. I'm not even sure they can hear you or not. I don't actually know because Crisp removes background noise, so I'm not actually sure if they can hear you. Yeah, I need to make it work first, I guess. Oh, yeah, exactly. Guys, can you hear anyone else or can you just hear me? Just so I know. Because there's two other people in the room with me, but I just don't know if you can hear them. Well, I mean, one of them is very quiet. Who wants me to do a cooking stream next where we can make a pizza? I think that'd be pretty fun. We can actually do that, guys. We've got cameras, we've got microphones, we've got an Italian. Unclear, a female. Okay, yeah. And well, you have to shout if you want them to hear you. Hey, big head. Hey, hey, Justice. How's it going? I do have a massive head. I know that I have a massive head. I abandoned Claude in September when he got super dumb and I was paying $200. Agreed. But, I mean, because it's a business expense for us, it makes sense to continue paying. But I totally get that. I'm building a referral network system. Nice. Interesting. Does anyone want a cooking stream? We can make a pizza. Yeah, it's not a cooking stream now, though. So, a prossimo. Okay, npm run build. That sounds promising. It's fine, bro. You can't see it. I also have a massive head. Yeah, big head club, dude. Okay, so we're building the project. Looks like there's a couple of problems. That's fine. It should just work its way through this. Yeah, let me know about cooking stream, guys. I'd be very, very curious. If you don't make a podcast, you dot 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 pizza, yes. It will be real Italian pizza as well, guys. That'll be so fun, Susanna. The what? Are you building SaaS product live? What is the idea? The idea is the final thing. The idea doesn't really matter. I'll just make an idea later. I am Italian as well. Ciao. Tutto bene. Has Julian Goldie ever asked you to do a collab? Would you be interested? Remember him referring to you in a video since he pinched one of your ideas. He has asked me a few times to not collab on a video, but just to work together. I'm not really very good with working with other people though, so I just didn't work with him. But we were in contact. If I can't get really in touch with him anymore because he's just so like AI and everything that it's hard to actually talk to him. But I mean, yeah, we're in contact occasionally. But he's never asked me to collab on a video. I don't think. Don't stream. Don't stop until you can do it. I mean, I think my fiance would have something to say about that, guys. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see if I keep streaming until the end. Napoli has best pizza. I was 2 weeks ago. Yeah, Napoli does have the best pizza. My fiance is probably grinning that you've just said that. No, it's pay per lead from overflows. So let's say you call a business X. Oh, okay. That's a sick idea, man. That's a really good idea. Margarita. Candy. I'm normally so like paranoid about sounds on the stream and stuff, but this has been a much better stream where it's a bit more chill. Yeah, we have actually thought about doing a podcast before where we have like an Irish whiskey and maybe some pizza and talk to people, talk to business owners. That was an idea that we had at some point. I don't know if we're going to do that, but I mean, if people are interested in that. So I'm just going to add the Playwright MCP, guys. You could also use the Chrome Dev MCP, like someone mentioned before. And then once you've actually added the MCP, I don't know why I just put, you can do Claude-C to continue the conversation. And now I'm just going to say, oh, what? Where's my conversation gone? Now use the Playwright MCP I just added to check the project so far. Get the project running locally first, then show me that what I've asked you to do is implemented. What was that? The bark thing? Dream Wizard Journal. Oh, nice. See, okay, sorry guys, I just had to mute for a second. I was in Julian's school, left when he started removing himself from replacement AI. I think he's going down the wrong route long term. I do actually agree with that sentiment. I would have warned. Ollie is also agreeing with that. I would have warned Julian if I could, but I don't think it's the right thing to do. But it's working for him short term, so fair play to him. He's doing very, very well in school, as I'm sure people have seen. But yeah, I do actually agree with that sentiment, but it is what it is. Why not Chrome DevTools? You can just use either. Like it's not. It's whatever. Like you just use one or the other. I think they're pretty much the same thing in my opinion. But yeah, I wish Julian would come back a bit and stream and everything. But you know, like I said, it is what it is. I actually liked having him in the space, but I mean, he hasn't uploaded a video for a few days either. I noticed. It's good having Julian in the space when he's innovating and stuff. But yeah, it's 7 days ago. That's crazy for Julian. I hope everything's okay. Okay, so we have this running right here. I'm not logged in. Fine. Create authentication page to get started. Perfect. So we have our Next.js project running. Okay, the project is running. Let's start implementing actual features. No, not features, actual things. Let's do all the authentication stuff. Let's use Supabase Magic Link. Is that possible on a locally running Supabase? Is that possible on a locally running Supabase? Question. I'm developing a browser agent system that includes runner agents operating in parallel with live view interface, all managed through a Playwright engine integrated with a data. What is better auth? Is that a thing? Better auth? Better auth. Okay. Cos'è? Buttala fuori un attimo. Amo. Vabbè. This looks pretty interesting. Yeah, Clerk. I'm not using Clerk. Fuck Clerk. I hate Clerk. I just want to see if this works. Use a sub agent. Yeah, I'm with it. I'll have a look at Better Auth. Also, I was looking at Convex as well, which seems super, super cool. I hate Clerk, honestly. Clerk is just so annoying to use. Where am I from? Yeah, I'm from the UK, but I speak Italian as well. I just that was Neapolitan, yeah. So you probably understood that, but I speak a little bit of Neapolitan and I speak Italian as well because my fiance is Italian and I lived in Naples for 7 years or 6 years. You speak too much English to be Italian. Someone who's Italian. And amo però. Sorry, guys. Fiance was blending something again. Better Auth has magic links and OAuth. Yeah, I probably will use that next time. I just wanted to see if this was actually possible to set up like this. Superbase Auth. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Superbase Auth is a thing. What are you working on? Actual SaaS product. I'm showing people how quickly and easily you can build the foundations of a SaaS project just in 2025. You could literally, if you wanted to make your own SaaS project, you could do exactly what I'm doing now, and you'd have at the end of it a ngul. No, I can't. I know what that means. No, he said ngulate. Or sacibene che significa. I know what that means. Devem. I'm actually using convex for my SaaS. Cool. Who? Però, ma I really hope that wasn't heard by anyone. But anyway, um, Clerk might be bad. It shows how tough it is to implement correct auth. Yeah, I mean, what do you mean by correct though? Because like you can have Superbase as an auth and it works. Like correct is a strange word to use there. You mean an auth that you like? I'm actually using Convex for my SaaS. Yeah, I'm tempted to get into Convex. It seems really, really good. The live like refresh of data is super, super nice. I understand you switching to Mac. Windows can be finicky. Fancy trying Linux first since it's similar to Mac before making the leap. Any performance gains switching? This Mac here, I'll tell you what it is, guys. It's like when you I can't actually think of an analogy, but when you buy one of those computers online and it just has all those different parts from all of these different manufacturers and blah blah blah, they don't fit together. The cool thing about a Mac is like it's hundreds of engineers engineering something where everything just works together, right? And that's what I like about it. I really really like the feeling. I would have never got into Mac though if my old boss hadn't insisted that everybody use Mac. But I'm glad he did because it got me into Mac and I do like it. I'm not learning the gestures. I just lived in that country for too long and now I can't stop moving my hands. Yeah, but Rich, you don't need forgotten password if you don't use a forgotten password. Nobody uses passwords anymore. Kenrick, are you using passwords on your SaaS? It's crazy what is out there these days. People do anything they want. Agreed. It's amazing. I just don't think people want forgotten password. Who uses passwords anymore? It's crazy. There's no point. Having my DB schema defined on code makes it easier for the LLMs to change it. That's true. That's true. That's a really, really good point. Because everything is in the code. Fascinating. I see some playwright stuff on the console on a project where I may end up having to use it. No passwords, exactly, yeah. Google Auth. Yeah, I'll use Magic Link, but Rich, existing user email is not difficult. You just say, does this user exist? Like, you're overcomplicating things, I'm pretty sure. Now, I'm not saying this is just going to work out the box, guys, either, obviously, because this is pretty complex stuff. Why is this just changed the API version? This probably will need a lot of debugging. I'm not going to lie now that I've just seen that it's just randomly changed the. Okay, not bad. This is pretty good. Okay, 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 okay. There's no way this works, right? Nah, I refuse to believe this works. Nah, it won't. Oh.
Shut up, Candy.
Oh. Oh, it didn't quite work, but holy shit, that was pretty cool. That almost worked. That was pretty cool, guys. I'm not gonna lie. That was pretty cool. Okay, the magic link stuff almost worked, but when I clicked the link, I wasn't logged in. Question mark. Sorry, guys. I'm just Concentrating a sec. Apple for the mobile app, nice. I'm in Italy trying to become rich with AI or just getting to universal basic. Honestly, Naples, in my opinion, is a hotbed for good companies who have no idea about tech. So, in my opinion, if you're good with AI, etc., then Naples is the place for sure. Then why did you leave? Says my fiance, who's still salty about that. Waiting for Gemini 3, agreed. Yeah, that'd be sick. Synchronizing subscriptions in Stripe, cancellation upgrades, etc. Yeah, that stuff is complicated, I agree. It would take time. Rich, I don't necessarily disagree with what you're saying. I'm just saying that, basic auth and Stripe you could do in a day where you're at an MVP, which is production ready because it's in production and people are signing up. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying fully developed like 3 year application, right? I know that what you're talking about is complicated, but I actually disagree that the synchronizing subscriptions in Stripe and cancellations and things is difficult because the way that I'm doing it here is it just reads everything itself, right? I'll show you what I mean in a second if I can get to that point. Let's have a look. Hey, automatic dev, how's it going? Oh, it's almost there. It's almost there. But if you sell the product, you have to. No, you don't. You're wrong. Do you know what an MVP is? You're just wrong, dude. I promise you, you're just wrong. You can, for example, sit on Claude Code and you look and you say, check my Stripe and see who's cancelled, and then change them in the database. Done. You do that every day? Done. I'm sorry. Oh, it's done. Fuck me. Wow. Interesting. It doesn't have to be clean and solid when you first release. That's what an MVP is. You get money first, you get people in first, and then you start to develop the things that you're talking about. I promise you, man, you're wrong on this. You don't need everything perfect. Perfection is the death of creation. I don't know who said that, but you took the glasses off for the live. No, I didn't. They broke, basically. I smashed them accidentally. I've got a new pair coming. I can't actually see very well without them. I'm not gonna lie. Not just Naples and Italy. Majority. You're also Italian. It looks like by the way that you wrote. Majority of people sleep about AI. They don't understand. We are shifting very fast in an other era. I agree. With Claude Code, could you build more than MVP? Yes, in my opinion, yes. Yes, I can if I have made this more than 4 times. I can't read that. Do you think the top Asian models, i.e. DeepSeek, Qwen, GLM4.6, are suitable for professional AI development when working on projects for clients or still a year or two away? 100% still a year or two away. I don't think they're there yet, personally. Automatic Dev says, true. I love the Brits. For sure, build something, then you scale it. Exactly. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. You build, build, build. If you can't get one customer, you can't get 100. So what's the point in having all of these perfect little things coded if you can't even get 5 customers? Yeah, it's maybe not a year or two away, but I think Z.AI will be competitive and be able to do what I'm doing here already, to be honest with you. I might do exactly that in my next stream. I might try GLM for this. Yeah, but if you're trying to perfect with AI code, you are wrong. Point is you build fast and good enough, yeah, and you get a prototype. Once you have a prototype, if you have 100 customers, you can then move on to, you know, having a developer if you've got the money for it, or if you're bringing in enough money, you can have a developer recreate it. You could get a company to do it. Loads of different options. The point is you get an MVP, you get it out, you see if you can get 5 customers, 10 customers, 100 customers, and then once you have those 100 customers, that is when you start to think about things in a little bit more detail and stop thinking in terms of MVP and start thinking in terms of scaling. If you can't get 5 customers, what's the point in spending half your life working on something? Okay, so we now have an authentication already. It's very basic. I'm not claiming it's like the best authentication ever, but let's just see. So let's do create sign in, income stream server. I agree that it's not the easiest for a developer to then come in and fix it. I understand that. Wow, it works. Crazy. Then you refactor like mad. Yeah, true. Have you posted a video of you using GLM 4.6 in Claude Code or planning to? Yes, I do. You know, I do have videos on it, yeah. You know that from there, the real fun struggling work. I agree, Rich. I'm not saying it's easy for a developer to come into this project and fix it. It's absolutely not. I think people who understand about AI should get benefits from earlier and find the way. We just have the advantage right now because we know, as I've just shown you, that we can build something that previously took ages. I just built this in what, like half an hour, and it has full authentication. Let's do payments. Yeah, Demi. It depends. In a bit. Okay, sorry guys. Let's just log in here. Let's try and do payments. Why did you only just now understand the system behind some engine Claude code, even though you deal with it every day? It seems unprofessional. That's basically old news. What do you mean by old? What do you mean by unprofessional, dude? I'm a fucking YouTuber, man. What do you mean unprofessional? Such a dumb thing to say, bro. Unprofessional. Whatever. I don't know why I get triggered by people like that. I think people who understand. Yes, we have to become rich as soon as now. Yeah, sorry about the gestures, guys. I'm basically half Italian at this point. Okay, so let's do payments. Remember, you have access to webhooks, etc. Everything perfectly, including testing it all and making sure people can upgrade and grade, etc. Guy, the unprofessional thing is tilting me so much. I'm a YouTuber. I'm just chilling. Like, I'm not like claiming to be like an AI wizard or anything. Okay, I'm not even a developer, dude. I'm not even a developer. Just get away with me with that stuff, honestly. Yeah, I should get a suit. You're right, guys. I should wear a suit. I'll get a tuxedo, guys. Sorry for being unprofessional. Making sure people can upgrade, downgrade, etc. Also, watching web hooks to see if people cancel, upgrade, whatever. Let's do a free tier, a 14.99 tier, and a 99 tier. Also yearly with 20% discounts. Each tier will get various usage, which we will do further work on later. Just build the building blocks for now using a sub agent to insert context. Guys, what is your SaaS development status now? I'm just building something just for the I'm just building for the hell of it right now, kind of thing. Is the max plan enough to build like 20k lines of code app? Yes. He is just trying to see where he can push with tools with more than $200 a month. Yeah, exactly. Hey, thanks for sharing Claude Code agents. They work great. I've got them running at the moment. Hell yeah, dude. Thank you for that comment. I love shit like that. I really hope you develop on it and make a crap ton of money from it. You need a dude in the bathroom offering mints. Is that a thing? I don't even know what that is. Is that an insult? You need a dude in the bathroom offering mints. Is that an insult? This feels like an insult. Is that an insult? Let me know, dude. Totally fine. I'm just curious more than anything if that's an insult or am I just imagine not reading that properly. Guys, if this works and all of what I just prompted works, you have to admit that's pretty fucking cool. You have to admit that in that amount of time to have this much of a project built is pretty cool. Automatic dev, I think it's worth if you're going to almost one-shot everything with prompts if you know what you're doing, otherwise it runs out and you have errors. I just think one-shotting is dead. I don't think it's a thing, guys. How's your WordPress SaaS development status now? Oh, okay, that one. I'm still working on that. Okay, it's just me riffing on the professional thing, not as an insult. Okay, okay. I was just curious. I couldn't read if it was an insult or not. 19th. Guys, you can talk to each other. It's fine. I don't want you. Don't whisper. I want this. Like, it's fine. Just
Fine. When is it your birthday?
19th November.
Nice. We're gonna do a big party here.
we'll do a big party stream.
We're gonna be okay. But what would you like to have? Chocolate, carrot, blueberry. What would you like to have?
Yeah, I'm all. WordPress SEO SaaS. I mean, oh, that one is launched. It's SEOgrove.ai. You can check it out. Cool, yes, but going in prod is another level. I know you know this. I'm not saying I don't know this. I'm saying we have a different definition of prod. My definition of prod is production, as in ready to accept customers. Your definition is 12 years down the line when every little code line is perfect. One-shotting, I mean, just like you're. Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah, fair. I meant one-shotting as in like literal one-shotting, which is a slightly different thing, for sure. Full conversation with Amul. Yeah, it's nice to stream with like normally I'm like really paranoid about sounds but it's nice to be in the kitchen and just kind of stream. I'm gonna be streaming every day. Canna Talks if you want to check it out. What time should I stream? This seems like a pretty good time to stream. It's just the only thing is if my fiance wants to go out or something for dinner, then I'll have to stream a bit earlier. Or I don't know. If I just stream for 2 or 3 hours, though, I think it's probably fine. I don't think it matters too much. I'm also crabbing in the background, guys. This is essential part of the development process. You need to make sure that you're crabbing. In America, they'll have a dude offering mints. It's weird. Yeah, in London they have a guy with perfume, not perfume. What's it called? Eau de toilette and stuff for men, and they have these amazing rhymes. I won't repeat them here, but if anyone has lived in London and been to the clubs, you'll know what I mean. They have these really, really funny rhymes. That's the goal, the perfect one-shot full SaaS, but that's hard for an experienced dev. Yeah, for sure. Are you playing too? I'm not really playing. It's super AFK. I'm just training my range on RuneScape at the same time. Make sure it's professional kitchen. Yeah, true. Ready to piss off customers is great. Massimo rispetto per la tua ragazza. Grazie. One time we'll do a stream with Susanna, guys, for sure. We'll do a cooking stream where we'll make a big pizza. That'll be absolutely hilarious, honestly. I would like to go to London, but I have no budget. Yeah, London is tough. I lived in London for 3 years. Yeah, same guy, the clone guy, and he puts soap in your hand and gives you a little mint. Oh yeah, and they expect a tip. Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, London is extremely expensive. Extremely expensive. Let's just see what this is up to here. I build a directory with WordPress and Codex, outscrape it, and literally the next day I got 11k impressions and 200 clicks, and it's ongoing. Hell yeah, dude. I hope that the idea came from me, and if not, I'm still really, really happy for you. But I hope that, yeah, the basic idea came from me. I would love that. This is not using .m variables. I told it to use .m variables, but it's not. But that's okay. I'm doing the same thing as you presently, and after I'd say 40 hours of work, my site is not published yet. That's fine. I understand. I don't, I'm not saying I'm better or anything. I just think that I could maybe get it going in as an MVP in a short amount of time. I've learned a lot. This is not the first time I've done this. You have to remember that. This is the third time I've done this. Waiting for Elon to censor. Basic SaaS starter. Yeah. This isn't the first time I've done this. Is that the first time you've done it, Rich? Or nah? Christ. I love Italians, guys, but they have no inside voice. I swear, dude. They'll scream at each other. Still shouting. They'll scream at each other from this far away. I swear. Like, it's always about food as well. Honestly, when they're talking about food, they will shout. If you want to cause an argument in Naples, ask 2 people what the best pizza in Naples is. The best pizzeria. The channel helped, but I was looking to deploy without Vercel and Superbase, etc. Hosting a WP package and go. Cool. I'm a 28 years experience software engineer, just to say, oh, fair. I didn't know that. I mean, that's key context to let me know at the beginning of a conversation, to be honest with you, that you're a 28-year software developer, because I'm not, and I'm not even a developer, so. But this has been a really good live stream so far, guys. Not to brag, no compare, but man, no, it's fine, it's fine. I know you're not bragging, you're just telling me the stuff. It's all good. I know you're not bragging. I just didn't know that. I thought you were a vibe coder like me. Okay, let's see. Upgrade to pro. Okay. No way does this just work first fucking time. This is not a real card, guys. If you don't know, you can put a fake card here. There's no way this just works first time, right? Nah, free plan. It didn't work. That's okay though. It's still almost there already. How to be a menace 101. Those gestures show the stay in Italy, yeah, for sure. Playing games while coding with AI is the important component. Why don't people get it? Yeah, definitely. Even me, I'm frustrated with this man. Never say that word. I won't. Never say a word that you've written out, and I almost said it while saying don't say this word. Okay, so sorry, guys. How do you know all these words? I worked for a Neapolitan company for 3 years. Spoke purely Neapolitan for 3 years. That's awesome. I'm also building a directory site. How do you deal with your scraped content? Do you clean it up manually or automate that part? Guys, you should be using JSON scraping, by the way, if you're not. Old coding methodologies and vPrites are fast becoming obsolete. Maybe not. I don't think anyone's shitting on anyone. I don't think anyone is shitting on anyone, guys. Don't worry. Don't worry about that. Okay, we're almost done here. I'm having a great time with Claude, to be honest. Delivered 3 production-ready products, but definitely not one shot. Takes some time to deliver, for sure it does. What SaaS are we building today? I'm just trying to see how quickly we can put the building blocks of a SaaS together, as well as showing people everything I do to put those building blocks together so that people can then take this stream and just forever, if they want to make a SaaS, hopefully get it going as quickly as possible, just like I have here. That's kind of the point. Actually, the ones who will succeed in the architects who understand protocols, patterns, etc. Kenrick would agree with you, Rick. Everyone, I think people that think that like developers are dead or gone, just completely wrong. Just completely and utterly wrong, I have to say. I just need to check something, guys. I don't think I've got monetization on this. Actually, I don't really care. Fuck it. I don't really care about ads. Okay, time to work on my project. Yeah, get on with it, Dev. Stop watching streams and get on with your project. You should all go get on with your projects, guys. As well, to be honest, the only way to do it is to get on with it. No one's going to do it for you. That's something I learned a very long time ago. Yeah, people that say devs are dead, completely wrong. They're just completely wrong. Devs have the advantage over us non-devs for sure. I'm jealous of anyone that has any formal dev experience, and I am still considering doing a boot camp in software development, not web development, software development. I think whether I actually will or not, not sure. But yeah, I finished my portfolio. Nice, good job. Is this working? I see problem. Okay, okay. Yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about encouraging people to continue with AI. I think most people here uh, are going to continue with AI. Kenrick does agree. Yeah, I would love to have 20 years experience in software dev. I can probably give myself 3 months now after 2 years of AI dev. I probably have I have a decent amount of experience, I would say, these days. Anyway, I'm getting up there now for sure. I'm getting up there. I wouldn't call myself a software developer though. I wouldn't be so bold. I don't know what I'd call myself. A vibe coder, probably, just so people know that I've got no formal experience. I would probably say vibe coder. This has been pretty painless so far, though. I still don't think it's been fully implemented yet, but we shall see. We shall see. I may have done it too early. Do the boot camp. Yeah, which one would you suggest though, Kenrick? Like, not which one, as in like, which language, or should I use security? Should I do? Why not get sponsored by Code Academy, etc., and do a software development course bootcamp scot free? They'd probably, I think they have been wanting to sponsor me for a long time, but I just never really bothered with them, to be honest with you. I'm not really a big fan of courses. I know I have a course, but yeah, just generally speaking, I'm not a massive fan of courses. Do you have programming languages knowledge for AI tools? No. You already show the knowledge of 5 years coder. Thank you. I appreciate that. Architects, yes, but also somebody who do understand business they are building for. True. I've learned a lot by Claude as it obligates you to understand how to successfully finish the product. True. Also, having knowledge about coding and how things work and how to achieve them helps a ton. I definitely agree. I don't think that devs are dead. I don't think that any of that shit. If you're a dev, you have the advantage over us non-devs. 100% you have the advantage. We're blind, like we're the blind leading the blind, kind of, in a way. Are you using the Stripe MCP? I'm glad you asked that. I'm not. I'm using the Stripe CLI because I don't like the Stripe MCP. I think it's a waste of time. I don't think it's worth having whatsoever. Coders and dev roles in the end is solving problems the best way. True. You need business skills. I agree with that as well. Luckily, I would say my business skills are one of my strongest points, to be honest with you. I think AI accelerated in knowledge learning and not slowed, as many said. True. The Stripe MCP is kind of a waste of time. You may as well just use the CLI. You don't need the MCP at all. You literally just don't need the MCP. That's why I'm saying that. Oh, that's pretty cool. That does work. Okay, nice. Let's just see if this works now that I've let it actually finish. Pay without link. 42.29. Are you using the Stripe MCP correctly then? You just don't need it, honestly. I promise you, you don't need it. Try using the CLI instead. You'll thank me later. MCPs, they're more for AI flows to use API calls natively. That's all they are. They're not actually really for us to use inside something like this. That's my opinion, but I promise you, I know what I'm doing with the Stripe MCP. It's just not needed. Wait, where is this even running from the project? Where is this even running, actually? Yeah, true. Does the Stripe MCP require more troubleshooting, more prone to hallucination? It's not that. It's just, in my opinion, it's just not needed. I'm a developer, and I can tell you that because of AI, being a developer is about to become a lot more stressful. Yeah, true, because debugging something you did not code yourself is not easy. I agree. You are right with Stripe CLI versus MCP. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I agree, Justin, as well. I completely agree. The only negative side that I see if I have to see one is fake images and videos. True. Thanks, not correct, but okay for setting up custom cart. Okay, so yeah, it looks like it's just a very basic problem here. Yeah, it looks like this is a fairly basic, a routine database issue, to be honest. I don't think it's anything important. Just so you know, guys, this stream will be chopped up, so you can say hi to YouTube. I'm going to be putting these clips on YouTube, basically. That's my plan. I'm still going to be making my normal videos. I'm going to be a bit more of a live streamer, though, because I actually really like it. I'm not going to lie. This has been super fun. And I do a lot of stuff on the side, a lot. I work for hours and hours a day, and my idea is just to start streaming that, basically. I use MCP sparingly, use too much tokens and context. Hard agree. Hard agree. As a person without dev experience until starting to use AI to create, debugging is where I learned the most. I wouldn't want to turn that over to someone else. True, I agree. I don't like the idea of giving my code over to anyone else just because I know that most of the code that has been created by Claude is actually going to not be that good. How long does it take to get SEO grows how long did it take to get SEO grows the first beta version? It took me 3 months or 2 months, but I will say that was with no idea what the fuck I was doing when I first started. If I did it again today, I could do it in a week. I'm pretty sure, maybe 2 weeks. And yeah, just I made a lot of mistakes with SEO growth because I just wasn't familiar with. For example, I used SQLite. I didn't know about permanence. Kenrick had to tell me that I had to worry about permanence, and then I switched to super. Loads and loads of different problems, right? Can't you just prompt the AI to include a decent amount of comments and make the code it generates readable by humans and machines to make it easier? That's a really good point, Arnett. I think that is a really, really good point, actually. That's a really interesting way to do things, actually. I do find ChatGPT 5 Codex is a great code reviewer, while Sonnet 4.5 rips through coding without a care in the world. Yeah, yeah. That's definitely a valid point. This has been a really, really good live stream, guys. I really do appreciate everyone tuning in. I'm coding by working with Codex, Claude Code, so $20, €20, and Claude Code with GLM 4.6. All always deployed in dev container, so I'm not afraid of all this stuff installed with GitHub and GLM. Pretty good way to do it. I like it. I see people saying that they are developers and that using YouTube is more difficult, so just create it yourself, I guess. You're not able to see positive sides anyway, the AI debugs. Yeah, I think for me, I would never, ever call myself, well, until I do some kind of course or whatever, I wouldn't call myself a developer. So I'm an AI coder or an AI, what is it, vibe coder. I hate the term vibe coding, but I would say to anyone that asks me that I'm a vibe coder, just because I don't want them to think I have any experience. Rich, I do agree that Claude Sonnet is the best for coding, but I also... No way, man. Wait, did I just do yearly? What the fuck? I didn't do yearly there, did I? It works, though. Holy shit. Wow. Okay, that's fine. Guys, that's pretty cool. You got to admit, that's pretty cool. Like, to have stripes set up already, I mean, damn. Let's see. Upgrade to enterprise. Subscribe to enterprise. Let's just see if this works. Okay, so that's canceling. Cool, cool. Yeah, it's crazy, right? I did all this in an hour. That's absolute madness. Just step by step sub-agent building, honestly. There are a couple of problems here. I'll read the chat in a second, guys. I just need to I need to think. I need to use my brain for a second here. So I definitely didn't do yearly, so I'm not sure why it says yearly. So I did monthly on the UI UX, but it gave me yearly. That's a bug for sure. When I click upgrade to enterprise, it took me to my billing page, not but not but didn't allow me to easily upgrade to enterprise. Then finally I cancelled to see if cancellation works, and you make sure that the cancellation things worked in the database. Do some give a sub agent all the context it needs to fix these issues. Okay, sorry, I'll read the comments now, guys. Working on a team of 3+, you will often find yourself debugging code you didn't write. If you treat as AI as a junior dev, you and review code in PRs, it's doable without being too stressful. That's a good point. Agentic coding, someone said, is there a context for that? Can't see any context. Planning is 90% of the key. I'm a dev, and vibe coding and initial prompt is your best shot. Use BMAD. I do not like BMAD. I hate BMAD. BMAD is just absolute trash, in my opinion, but I'm not going to go into that because I'll probably get witch hunted online. But I don't like BMAD. It just creates bloat. I don't like it. I have not all the knowledges that companies require to work. I just show my portfolio to show what can be done. It will break there. Your subscription status is not in your DB. It is. You can see active. Yeah, Rich, I don't need emails on a local host though, do I? Like, I don't need to be sending cancellation emails right now. And you don't actually need to because you can set that up on Stripe, where Stripe will automatically send an email for you. You don't actually need to do that. Again, Rich, I'm a king of finding easy ways to do things, and I'm telling you, you don't need to set up emails for cancellations. Stripe will do that for you. There is a setting inside Stripe that will email people if they cancel. It will email people a week before their renewal date. It will email people for you. What's the other one? When their card has expired. All of that is possible inside Stripe. Did you start with AAPRD? Nope. Fuck PRDs, dude. Fuck all that shit. I hate all of it. It's all way too much bloat. You don't need that stuff. You didn't know this. Honestly, Stripe is really, really good for that kind of stuff. If you look in, I won't go into in this video, but if you're on the dashboard and everything, there's a setting that there's like 15 different reasons that Stripe will email someone for you. I'm with you. Work smarter, not harder. Yeah, for sure. That's what I've learned with dev is like if you try and perfect everything, you're just gonna have a really, really, really hard time of it. To be frank, or both on it. Work smart and hard at the same time, I guess, would be ideal. Yeah, Stripe's great for stuff like that, honestly. So yeah, no PRD. We're still inside 200,000 context window. It still knows everything that it knew at the beginning of this conversation. This shit is OP. I'm telling you, it's so good. Oh, crap. Crap, 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 crap. Come on, guys. You got to remind me of the crap. Every 10 minutes, can someone just write in the fucking chat crap, please? Let's see if it actually did get this. So, not null, not null, full. Let's create that. Yeah, nullable, not null. That means that it exists, right? Text. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm pretty sure this is working. I'm fairly sure this is working. Mhm. You can see the subscription ID right there. PRD, but it makes it easier for Claude Code to follow and to-do list. Okay. My head is the PRD, right? Might sound arrogant, but my head is the PRD. I know what I'm trying to build, right? You can't really build if you don't know what you're trying to build. You can't rely on AI too much. One of the problems I see with people is they create a PRD with AI and then they don't even know if the PRD is correct, and then they try and implement a PRD that they don't even know if it's correct or not. Do you know what I mean? It's too much bloat. Yeah, this is old school RuneScape. I love old school RuneScape, guys. I found it. I have an app. Yeah, they said it was cheaper as well. Okay, guys. So, well, you don't like BMAD because you haven't lived in the real development life cycle process, and yes, it's a structured input, so I modified its Claude skill. I just think BMAD is a load of old crap, to be honest with you. PRD means product research document or something. I can't remember exactly what it is. Yeah, I had to turn the sound off. Sorry, guys, just briefly.
What the afterward party?
Apache. VS Code. What is he creating? I'm just creating. Yeah, I'm creating an e-commerce site for pizzas. Yep, exactly. Product requirement document. Yeah, sure. I understand that a lot of people like BMAD. I just don't personally. I just think it's a waste of time. I'd rather just build things myself. Um, really, yeah, really. Which one was the problem with SQLite? It wasn't. It didn't have permanence. Plans and PRD are more important 6 months later when I abandoned a project. Plans and PRD are more me 6 months later when I abandoned a project. What is SaaS? SaaS is software as a service. Question: if you use Drizzle or Prisma for DB mapping, I don't know. Yeah, let's go. Let's go indeed. Alberto, are you Italian? That's a very Italian name. Or Italian American, I guess, as well. Oh, no. Sorry, continue. I hate that. I just cancelled it. That's so annoying. BMAD is complex and not worth the time. That's how I feel about it, to be honest with you. But I know that a lot of people like it, so I don't like to talk shit about it because I feel like people are really like militant about these things. But I just don't think it's good personally. It just creates bloat, in my opinion. I'm not saying planning's not good, but like if you plan in your head from the beginning, step by step, what you're going to build, you don't need to send a huge plan to Claude, right? Hopefully, I'm showing you that in this stream because we've made pretty damn good progress so far. Spain. Oh, yeah, nice. I lived in Spain actually for 3 months or 5 months in Zaragoza. I like your thinking about bloat. Yeah, I really, really don't like bloat. Alberto is Italian name, but people around the world steal Italian names as Mario. It's also a Spanish name. It would make sense that it's also Spanish. When does the pizza SaaS comes? For an example, CRM consulting website is a SaaS or not? Yep, that would be. Do have to order pizza, guys, very shortly. Pans and PRDs are more for me, so when I come back later, I know what it was about. Yeah, fair. Anyone have a summary of what has been built so far? Database, authentication, Stripe, login, payments, and now I'm finishing payments now. Do you usually use BMAD or spec methods? No, I don't. I don't really like BMAD or spec or anything like that. I've just found that they just add bloat to projects repeatedly. Well, building a SaaS of SaaS, so the technical details on each piece is very important. Which MCPs do you use? Playwright MCP is probably the only one that I use for every project. All other MCPs are situational, in my opinion. You inspired me to work on project I've put on hold for a while. We'll do 36-hour hackathon. Hell yeah, dude. Have you ever tried Archon? I think Archon is okay. I think Archon is probably the best out of those tools. Those tools. You really turn to Italian similar when close the mic. It's because I'm always talking to my fiance when I close the mic. Let's get the pizza. Yeah, I need to, otherwise my fiance is going to be getting angry. So how do you organize a large project? Well, what I'm doing is I'm organizing it within one context window. That's the whole point. I don't need to worry about organizing it because it's organized, if that makes sense. Because I'm doing it step by step, right? And it's making notes of everything it's doing, and it knows everything it's doing. And did you ever run into usage limits problem? No, not with Sonnet 4.5. With Opus, I did in the past. But to be honest with you, it would probably just cane my API anyway, without me even realizing. I think we were spending I think we spent $1,000 in a day when we were building Grove accidentally. What host provider will use for the deployment? DigitalOcean, because they have an MCP and also a CLI, which I find quite useful. Do you use AI agents to commit to GitHub on separate branches for PR? Yeah, I'll let Kenrick answer that. I don't know why this isn't using. This should be using .env variables, but it's not. But whatever. Is it? Normally, I would stop this and fix it, but John Doe, I'm not going to read that out just in case someone thinks it's serious. But good joke. But just... would you build on the cell stack? No, because I just like DigitalOcean. It just gives me everything I need. GLM 4.6 is killing it. I agree. I do like GLM 4.6. I have nothing against it. I'm sponsored by them, actually. I really, really do like them. I will not respond to those allegations. Let's see. Why Playwright and not Chrome DevTool MCP? Not really that much difference, to be honest with you. They're pretty much the same thing. What LLMs are you using? Just Claude? Yes, I'm currently just using Claude Sonnet 4.5. Do you ever use Git for code version tracking when working on stuff for clients or even solo experiments? Yeah, normally I do. Yeah. Greetings from Hungary. You are the best, man. Thanks, dude. I appreciate that. Vibe coding is just literally sitting here and pressing enter, I swear. Like, Any verdicts on GitHub Copilot? No, unfortunately not. I just know that that's the corporate thing that corporations are allowed to use. Their sub agent is calling is sick. Use it in Claude Code for the past week, actually crushing it and runs all night. Yeah, it does run all night. You're right. Rick, I wouldn't talk too soon about being stuck. Not sure I'm actually stuck yet. We'll see in a minute. Candy, you want to say hi to the stream? Candy, Candy, come on. Come and say hi to the stream. Come on. Hey, Candy. Nah, she just wants food. Just like every other cat. I'm gonna grab her. I want to show her to the stream. Grab her, grab her. Dame la fa. Come on, guys. Oh, she ran away. Never mind. I was going to introduce you to my cat, but she ran off. My fiance is just eating, guys, if you're wondering what that sound is. Hey.
Oh my god.
I only have cats. Candy. Hey. No, she doesn't want to come, guys, unfortunately. I just have a cat. I have one single cat. Soon to be two, potentially, but I currently only have one cat. My cat takes part in every stream, something like this. Meow, yeah. I do want to get her in here. Cats are selfish, in my opinion. Yeah, definitely. But humans are just as selfish or more selfish. So now, after deploying the SaaS in production, we need to ask Claude for a promotion campaign. You can do SEO with Claude very, very easily. I have a very good system for that inside my GitHub. It's called Claude Code Wizard or something. And if you change it to the SEO branch and import it into your project, it will do the entire SEO for your project in like 10 minutes. My cat is 27. Jesus. Jesus. 27-year-old cat. Yeah, this one will live to 27 for sure. My cat's 27. That's crazy, dude. Okay, so let's see if we're actually stuck or if this is working. Hey, look. Your subscription will be cancelled at the end of the billing period. Okay, so now all I need to do is reset this database, I guess. So let's sign out here. Sign in. Send magic link. Go here. Log in. Should be a different account, which it is. Okay, so let's do this. Okay. My dev partner. 42, 42, 42, 42, 42, 29, 42, 42, Hamish Davison. Pay and subscribe. If this says pro tier, we are not stuck. Pro plan. It works. It actually fucking works already. That is crazy. But this shouldn't work. Okay. No, this shouldn't work. Okay, beautiful, because I already have that plan. Guys, it fucking works already. Do you understand how crazy that is? That's actually nuts. So if I press cancel here, does that come up as well? Cancel. Found an alternative. Submit. Then we go back here. It doesn't say cancelling. Okay, that's unfortunate. We're almost there though, but it didn't actually come up with cancelling, unfortunately. Let's see if I can upgrade. So let's upgrade here. It automatically upgraded me, but it didn't actually upgrade me, unfortunately. We're almost there. Yeah, we're almost there. And then let's just do manage here. Okay, that doesn't actually work. That's fine. We can go here to get there. It almost fully works already, which is absolutely crazy. This kind of stuff normally takes way fucking longer than this. So it did actually upgrade me to enterprise tier, look. They just didn't, oh yeah, maybe I do have to, yeah, let's check if I refresh. No. Okay, we're almost there. So say cancelling. Yeah. And then the next payment will be 85 because I've already paid 14. Perfect. Okay, let's see if we can just get this final bit working, and then, I mean, I might add AI, I might not. It's just, like, literally the idea behind it is the easiest part to build. Like, I don't know if that's worth me spending an hour on um, when my fiance's hungry, for example. But yeah, what I can do is I could very easily add just like, I don't know, I could add a nano banana image generator just for now, right? I guess. So yeah, I probably will do that because it's such an easy part to add. I use Cursor and Claude Code, and I think Claude Code is good at building stuff from zero, but bad at editing. What do you think? I think that's probably accurate, yeah. I think that's probably accurate. I remember the trials and tribulations of getting Sonnet 3.5 to properly implement Stripe on a website I made back in the day, lol, yeah, for sure. For sure. Shit took ages and ages and ages. Okay, that looks good. These should be some fairly simple changes, I would guess. Have you used 21st Dev MCP from designing? No, I have not. The way that I do design, guys, is very, very simple. I use the Playwright MCP, right? Let's say I want to make a nano banana image. Image generator app, right? Let's say this one here. Let's say I like this style, right? What you can do is you can send this to Claude Code with the Playwright MCP installed and say copy this design. I probably will do that just to show you guys how to do that as well. I just want to see if I can get all of this payment working properly first. Sorry guys, one second, let me just close the store. I've got about half an hour, guys, then I'll probably have to jump off. I'm pretty hungry as well, I'm not gonna lie. I probably will start a little bit earlier tomorrow. I just woke up late today. And I'm logged out on RuneScape. Idiot. The most important thing, I'm actually only streaming so I can play RuneScape at the same time, guys. Just don't tell anyone, yeah? That's a secret between us. You'll have to let me know what you guys think of the clips that I'm going to be releasing from these streams, guys. I'm going to be using an AI clip generator to produce long form and short form videos from these streams. So you'll have to let me know what you guys think of that. I will still be doing my normal videos, don't worry. It's just they haven't been doing that well, and yeah, I like streaming, so I just thought I'd just fucking stream, basically. You make me realize how overhead it brings with those spec kits, MCP and skills. Yeah, it's just too much shit. It's too much bloat. It's like the models just run out of context. It doesn't have the. It's like if you're trying to work on two projects at once, right? You don't have the headspace to work on both. It's the same sort of principle. Um, it's almost like AI needs headspace, and if you're giving it this giant spec kit or giant, MCP or whatever, it just kind of doesn't. It's not cohesive. It doesn't have the headspace. What service are you using for Chopper? I don't know what that means. You mean I don't know what that means. Yeah, you'll have to tell me what that means. Okay, yeah. Subscription notifications.tsx. Sounds good, sounds good. I'm using Next.js, which I hate Next.js normally, so I'm pretty happy to see that this process has worked pretty well. It's always been my opinion, ever since I used the Context 7 MCP and it made the code worse. I just thought to myself, like, that doesn't make any sense. How can giving documentation to an AI make it worse? And the reason is that the context memory of the AI is just being used up, basically, right? Oh, chopping your stream, sorry. Opus Clips. I'll be using Opus Clips, who, again, wanted to sponsor the channel, and I sacked them off, and now I'm giving them free advertisement. I might actually email them and say, are you still interested in sponsoring? Because it's something I only take sponsors if I use the software already, right? I never take a sponsor. I never take someone's money to talk about something if I'm not already using the product, right? So yeah, I've always kind of held with that. Like Bright Data, sponsor of the channel, I was already using Bright Data for proxying. Z.AI, sponsor of the channel, I was already using GLM4.6. Maybe I could get a sponsorship from Opus Clips as well. You mean Context 7 good or nah? No, I don't like it. I don't like any MCPs, to be honest. I just feel like MCPs just... How many MCPs do you have installed? I have one, Playwright MCP, that's it. I'm using SpecKit. I tell it to implement one task at a time, commit, merge, then the next task, so I can review and test. I don't one-shot. Yeah, fair, Kenrick. But you're also, like, much more of a developer. So that's probably what works for you. But yeah, SpecKit, maybe I do need to look into it in a bit more detail, but I just don't like MCPs, honestly. Oh no, SpecKit's not an MCP, but I think it can be an MCP as well. It's just too much bloat for me. I just don't really like them. What pizza should I get, guys? I am personally a fan of pepperoni. I don't know what you would call that in the States, but like a salami pizza, diavola in Italian. Off topic, when did sponsors start reaching out to you? Like, I mean, in terms of subscribers, literally when I had 1,000 subscribers. I've just never really taken sponsorships until very recently, and I only take sponsors, like I said, if I'm already using the project. Devs use MC9. Spec kit it more than the AI. Spec kit is more for me than the AI, right? Okay. Yeah, I love how you're on your phone, so it was auto correct. Have you got an iPhone, Kenrick? Probably, right? Because my iPhone does the same thing. It always just why would it? It's so annoying, honestly. Open spec plus spec kit. Actually, the cursor plan mode is really good. Nice. Why don't you like MCPs? In my opinion, they add too much bloat to an already bloated system. With Taskmaster is ideal. Yeah, I did. Taskmaster is one of the only... No, not Taskmaster, sorry. Sequential thinking is one of the only MCPs I actually recommend to people. Behavioral MCPs. I work on multiple projects at a time. It's hard to keep track of where I am in each. Yeah, for sure. Dev use MCP and structure. Vibe coders are balls to the walls. Yeah, pretty much. MCPs do use a lot of context. Exactly. That's why I don't like them. Also, MCP Chrome Dev is a good option. It can do things a lot quicker than Playwright. Fair enough. I've always used Playwright so far. Any reason why not take sponsors if they're giving cool stuff for free? Just curious. Like I don't like shilling, right? If I've made a software, I don't mind talking about it. If I'm already using a software, I don't mind talking about it. But like, if someone comes along and says, we've got this software and they're willing to give me money, but I don't use the software, I'm selling things to people that I don't believe in, which I don't know. It's pointless in my opinion. But like, I mean, I could make 50 grand a month, 100 grand a month from sponsors easily, but I just don't. I haven't pushed that, right? If I can do it on my own with my own stuff and a few sponsors that I already use, and other things, fine. I don't want to just take money to sell other people's things that I don't use. Like I just don't want to. I just don't want to. I can tell you now, if I took all of the sponsors that I have with the amount of videos I make, I would be doing 60 to 100,000 a month just on sponsors. But yeah. And I do have enough people emailing me for that as well. I just don't. Sequential thinking back in the day with Kilo Code was unusable. Oh, interesting. Kilo introduced to dos now with Claude Code CLI. I will try. They also have their own what's it called? They have their own CLI Kilo, which I was actually interested in checking out. But yeah, I get emails daily from sponsors, literally daily, but they're all just crappy AI tools that I would never use myself. So integrity pays dividends over time. Cheers, Hamish. Thanks, Arne. I appreciate that. What task are we at? Did you give the Nano Banana link to Claude and ask for a clone? No, not yet. I'm just still trying to make sure that payments is completely perfect because mainly because I want to. I just want it to be perfect. But I shouldn't have gone down this route. I should have just stopped with the payment stuff. It was working well enough for MVP purposes, but I just wanted to make it really, really good. It looks like it's still fixing, so that's fine. If this was a little bit faster, maybe Haiku is the answer. I don't know. I don't know if Haiku's got the intelligence, but if it was just a tiny bit faster, this would just be amazing, honestly. Are you using any sub agents in the project? I'm using sub agents, but if you don't know, you don't need to pre-install sub agents. You can just say use sub agents, like here, use a sub agent. So what that does is it preserves the context. So this entire conversation, which has been probably over 1 million tokens, I would guess, is all in one 200,000 context window. And there are no agents pre-installed, right? It's just me saying, do this. Okay, let's see if this is actually fixed. Claude on the web, multiple tasks at once is pretty cool. Still testing it. Interesting. I will test that out. Thank you. Okay, let's see if this is working. Okay, so that does work. That was a fix. Good. Let's say don't cancel. Go back. Return to Grove. Fresh. Okay, maybe we need a brand new account. This is a really good way to do things, just so you know, guys. You need a brand new account, so I think I can just make one up because it's using local development anyway. Yep, perfect. Okay, so free plan, beautiful. Upgrade to monthly, okay. You are a very honest person. I think you understand the way to work with AI makes experiments is the best way. I really think that there's a lot of bullshit on YouTube, and I'm just trying to cut through the bullshit. Because yeah, there's a lot of shit on YouTube right now about how easy all this stuff is, but it's not easy. Telling it to use subagents in parallel when possible. Yeah, the only problem with that is if a lot of things need sequential coding. So if you're using subagents, then it might miss the sequentialness or whatever the word is of that particular thing, right? So you just got to be careful with that. Do you have a tutorial on how to use this? I'm a front-end MCP, and it's a nightmare to give it context when it hits the message limits. Jules, I will be doing front-end in just a second. I might just go do front-end if this doesn't work. I don't think this is a particularly difficult fix. It's just not... Oh, no. Yeah, it's still not coming up with cancellation, basically. But everything else is working. I'm just going to say I cancelled again. It's still not popping up with cancellation, but inside my Stripe link it is cancelled. Can you double check without a sub agent this time? Dude, have a great day. Been following you since your room a season. Thanks, bro. I appreciate that. What is the best reference to learn how to optimize with SpecKit, how to be productive with SpecKit? There'll be, I think the guy that made it, no, it was an Amazon project, right? I'm thinking of something else, but there's some pretty good YouTube stuff. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Because I haven't cancelled. I'm cancelling. Oh, okay, that makes sense actually. Thanks, T-Boa. Yeah, okay, it is the guy who made it. Okay. Yeah, he's got loads of really good stuff on it, the guy who made it. So, Hamish, are we replacing MCPs with Claude skills? What about backend operations? Would you recommend using super CLI? Always use a CLI. Always, always, always use a CLI. Why CLI? MCPs use too much context, and to be honest with you, I don't think MCPs are actually for us. They're for AIs, right? It's the key difference. What's wrong with cursor ID? Nothing. I just don't use it. I don't use cursor personally. I don't want to go into why I don't use it, but I don't use it because in my opinion, I'll just go into it. Whatever. Taking an open source project like Visual Studio Code and making $1 billion company by adding an AI layer on top of it just doesn't feel right. But that's just my opinion. I get it. I know that's a long business. I know everyone in business does that and shit, but Streamlabs did it. Loads of companies did that. That's a revelation for sure. Using CLIs instead of MCPs. I'm glad that I could contribute to your coding process, Rich, because you can just SSH into a server or change something with your PC. The best way I find with any team to be productive is to see what works and then tailor it to how you work currently. For me, I review and modify the plan, markdown files. Interesting, yeah. I won't lie to you guys. Normally, I'm much more reading what it's doing and canceling if I don't like what it's doing. But that's kind of hard to do when I'm streaming. But I mean, it's worked pretty well this time, to be honest. Claude Code, the original one, yeah, exactly. Then I go task by task. I run work trees for parallel development. Interesting. All I want to see is a yellow box saying cancel. Yes, dude. Nice. But did this just count? Did this just add that itself, or is this an update? I just did it itself, right? Okay, this is what's missing here. Now let me fix the up. Yeah, there we go. I'm gutted I missed the start. Keep on trucking. Peace. Anderson, you'll be able to watch the whole thing. It'll be on the channel. So if you want to learn about it. Guys, how about Spec Kit? You can use Spec Kit. Kenrick, who is a developer, recommends Spec Kit. So okay, so final test for the payment stuff. If this doesn't work, I will just make something. I'll make the AI thing just because this is taking too long. But normally I would keep going with this until it's perfect, just so you know. So upgrade, sure, yes. 42, 42, 42, 42, 42, 42, 29, 42, 42. Okay, pay and subscribe. We are building a SaaS. We built the auth database back in. Yep. Isn't SpecKit the same thing as planning mode for Claude Code? I don't think so. Okay, so your new plan is now active. Welcome aboard. Pro plan, okay? Please, 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 please work. Come on. This will be so sick. This kind of shit normally would take me months or weeks at least. Super chat is a way to send me money. You don't bother with it, guys. Honestly, it's fine. It doesn't say cancelling. I got to get super chat for this guy. You can if you want, guys, but it's really not necessary. Plus, YouTube takes 40% of it or something, 60%. If you do want to support me, join the Skool community because, yeah, it allows me to do more. Yeah, let's skip this. I am about to skip this, but I just want to see if you can. It's only got 12% context left. That's okay because the front end doesn't actually require context. I found the problem instead. Okay. I'm just going to say use a sub agent for this to preserve. Okay. I normally skip what Claude can't fix and come back later for it. Yeah, I mean, I'm the same for sure. Say make sure you put cancel as an option. Make sure you put cancel. I'll just write that just in case that's the golden thing. You can see here the webhook is receiving the cancellation event, but Stripe is sending cancel at period end false. This means the subscription wasn't cancelled with cancel at period end. It might have been cancelled immediately, or there's an issue with Stripe billing portal is configured. Yeah, probably makes sense. Yeah, I'll do a new work tree. Fuck it, you're right. Let's actually just continue with the project. I don't want to get bogged down on this stuff. So let's just create a repo here. What is this? Nano banana test. I'll make this open so you guys, if you want. Actually, I don't know if there's any. Actually, yeah, for now, I'll just put private because I'm not sure if there's any env variables or anything. Okay, never mind. Let's push to this repo and then start a new branch called Frontend. Yeah, I'll true. I think we were pretty close to having it done there, but it's okay. I don't mind if the context runs out now because I've done most of what I wanted to do. I'm definitely not the right person to ask if like the latest kind of like spec kit or whatever is good or not. I'm definitely not the right person to ask. I don't even bother with any of those things. The fact that Kenrick uses it does make me want to check it out, but he might only use it, because he's a developer for a specific reason. So almost 100 combat on my Iron Man guys. Yeah, Indie Dan Dev is very, very good for sure. No, I didn't in it. I'm initializing now. You don't need to worry too much about Git until you're actually kind of moving on to a different point in the project. This is pretty cool to actually see. This was everything that was created. But as you can see, there's a lot of bloat. There's a lot of bullshit here that personally I would just get rid of, and just keep the good stuff. Yeah, Indie Dan Dev is very, very good. I do also recommend Indie Dan Dev. Okay, so let's go to Google and type nano banana image generator. What was the one that I found before? It was on Chrome, maybe? Yeah. Yeah, this one. I'm just going to show you guys how we do front end here. Real quick. RQ. Dude, I only use it because I suck at keeping track of stuff. Yeah, fair. I want to watch a movie, but you push me to vibe code something now. Yes, work. It's Saturday night. It's time to work. If you work now, nobody else is working. Okay, this is a good start. Let's actually create the application now, as in the thing we are offering to people. Free tier gets 10 images a month. Paid one gets 300 images a month, and enterprise gets unlimited images a month. Let's create a nano banana image generation application using OpenRouter. So first thing we need is OpenRouter. Let's just build things up. So use the playwright MCP to get the CSS and everything. Process, don't use images for this website. Then recreate their UI UX inside my application with a slight change in colors, etc. And then let's do, I'll read the stuff in a sec, guys. I'm just going to quickly get this set up. So what is it? Nano banana. It's this one. Yeah. So we got the API here. Use OpenRouter. It's the model. Here's some documentation. And then we'll just grab a key. Sorry, guys. I just need to quickly grab a key. I don't want to show the key. Oh, it hasn't even changed. Oh, rip. One second, guys. Let me just grab this key. Oh, whatever. I don't really care if I show this fucking key. Who cares, honestly? Fuck it. Here's my OpenRouter key. Copy their UI UX as closely as possible. Create 10 landing pages with CTAs to get people's emails and to get them to register. Make a basic dashboard where a user can write a prompt and get that image out of it. I believe in you. Spin up a sub agent and let's feckin' do this. There we go. You always start with registration and payment first. Probably, yeah. It's more fun to watch you than a movie, lol. Thanks. You always start with I just read that. Currently vibe coding, Stripe payments for Pro Plan extension via Windsurf. Stripe CLI is way better. I learned it from you. Yeah, good. I will be deleting the key as soon as I stop, guys. If you want to quickly use that key, you can get like a little bit of usage out of it. One thing you can try is using Google AI Studio build mode and integrating everything downloaded in repo using Claude code to plan and integrate it. AI Studio integrates with a lot of its own. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I know, Kenrick, that you're joking. Hello, Artisan. Thanks for coming. Thanks for being here again. I remember your name. Greetings from Porto. Hell yeah, dude. I love Porto. It's an amazing place. I've actually been there. Really, really do like it a lot. Okay, so. Okay, guys, this is a very, very complicated task, to be honest with you. This is not step by step, I have to say. Let's just see how well this goes. But this is the basic process that we use in order to create our UI UX. I know, wait. Please tell the sub agent to process CSS using playwright, not screenshot. I wish you could press escape and edit the prompt that's sent to a sub agent. That is definitely what is needed. 100% that's what's needed. That's what's missing, honestly, from sub agents. I need to be able to pause, tell it to use the AI SDK. What is that? AI SDK. Oh. Oh. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. Thanks for that, Kenrick. That's really cool. Really, really cool. That's really, really cool, yeah. I'll definitely use that on my next project. I'll use OpenRoot for now, but I'll definitely use that in my next project. Guys, I'm gonna have to order pizza, otherwise I'm gonna be in big trouble. Pause. I can't pause, unfortunately. Pause the stream. That'd be great. Mom, I can't pause it. It's an online game. Such a classic kid thing, getting screamed at. Come downstairs for dinner, like literally in the middle of a fucking Call of Duty game. I can't pause it. It's online. I'm just gonna let this run quickly, guys. Oh no, I need to press enter, don't I? Shit. Never mind. I'm just gonna go ask which pizza my fiance wants. So look, what happens here, just so you guys know, is it processes the CSS, so it can actually see the CSS here, and then it can literally just copy it in like, hopefully in like 5 minutes. What's the game about? RuneScape, you mean? Or RuneScape is how do you explain RuneScape? Sandbox MMORPG, and it's an amazing game. And if you've never played it, you should definitely get into it. It's great, better than any other game that I've ever played. You also shouldn't play it because it's incredibly addictive. Oh, the bitrate on the stream has gone a little bit, but it's okay. Whatever. It's all good. Guys, what pizza should I get? I normally get ham, mushroom, and yeah, ham and mushroom. Yeah, that sounds good. Look at all that CSS it's got already. That's crazy. It's actually crazy how fast this shit is now. Provolone and pepperoni. Unfortunately, I'm not in Naples, so my choices are very limited. I could go. There's an even better pizza place, but I have to actually physically go to them. Margarita always. Yeah, the problem with the margarita here is it's not good mozzarella, right? It's just going to be terrible, like Domino's style mozzarella. So Hawaiian pizza's yum yum. Didn't that was crazy. Luckily, my fiance is not in the room anymore. Otherwise, we'd all be in trouble now that you've said the classic Hawaiian pizza. Crudo spinaci uovo. What is the best stack for a SaaS? I mean, that's a really tough one to answer. I think I'll probably get the ham and mushroom, to be honest with you. I do love ham and mushroom. I normally go pepperoni if the salami is good, but yeah, the salami here is not that great. I'm in Ireland. Um, no, I'm not Neapolitan. I'm not from Naples. Oh, that's you, Dev. I didn't see that. Appena mangiata. Che hai mangiato? I'm done with MCP pizza. Only CLI for me. I don't know what to order. Yeah, I'll see in a second. I need this to hurry up though, because I have a hungry Italian in the other room who is going to get less and less patient with my streaming. Are there RuneScape tournaments like big ones for COD first person prize money? There will be soon, in my opinion. Kenrick, that is exactly what I was going to say as well. I think RuneScape will be a esport in 2 to 3 years, in my opinion. If jagex is smart, jagex is the creator of the game, just so you know. The best stack is the one that you know. 100% agree. 100% agree. Eat 1 kg of pizza. That's a lot of pizza. My fiance makes pizza sometimes. That's the best time of day that we have is when she makes pizza. If you know, you know, but the thing is, I don't know about SaaS. Like, how do you manage multi-user space, etc.? Claude Code is really good for managing users. I will just let you guys know that. Why is it making a newsletter? Did I say make a newsletter? Okay. I have no idea what it's doing right now, but okay. Sure. We just got to trust the process, guys. What do you guys think about the floating screen, by the way, or the floating me? It's pretty cool, right? I do like it. Then the chat is on that side. I thought it was on this side. Oh, it like blocks my hand. I didn't even know that. Oh no, it's because of the camera. Obviously, I'm a fucking idiot. What do you guys think of the setup? Do you like it? Should I make the background better or? Bro, what is going on Ireland? Like locals attacking foreigners and stuff. Yeah, it's the same in the UK right now, actually. It's yeah, I don't want to go into that. I don't want to go into politics, but you can read about it online. I'm not going into politics. It's the worst thing to do on a stream is to go into politics. But I would read what's actually happening. Don't just believe what the newspapers say. There are riots and things right now in Ireland, though. But yeah, don't want to go into politics, especially because I'm not even Irish, so it's not even my place to. You asked for Nano Banana. I see OpenAI in the code. Yeah, I already did see that as well. I'm not sure why the fuck it said OpenAI, and it said npm install OpenAI as well. It does say OpenRouter here though. Does the OpenRouter SDK perhaps use an OpenAI SDK? Maybe. I mean, this would be feasible, right? Maybe this is what it's doing. I'm just not sure. I don't know why it used. I don't know why it's using OpenAI. But we've gone too far now. What do you think of the AI bubble predictions all over the internet right now? I think it makes for a good YouTube video. But I think the AI bubble is more like the companies themselves. You just close that door, it's kind of loud. Thanks, man. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. The AI bubble stuff is definitely interesting. The tech stack is like a muscle. Keep using it to grow and make stronger. Yeah, we'll see about. I don't know why I don't know why it's using OpenAI either. For sure, I wouldn't have expected it to, but is it still using OpenAI? Use client next link. We'll see in a second if it's actually managed to code it or not. The bubble is in the mind who said it no bubble. Yeah, we'll see what happens with that stuff. I think probably a lot of the AI companies are going to go under, but something can be a bubble and be useful at the same time. Very true. OpenRouter and OpenAI both use WorkOS. Yeah, I think that it's the companies who are bubbling, but as long as someone like what Z.AI GLM4.6 comes along, and then in my opinion we should be good. No response SAS. I don't know what you said. Well, all the time relying on LLM is not smart. You need to understand what working around, understand the principles, and not poke in the sky. Yeah, I do understand the principles. I've spent 2 years learning the basic principles of coding. I agree with you. Sorry, dude, it's hard to read all of the comments sometimes. Sometimes one or two slips through the gap. Oh, the bitrate has just gone terrible here. I don't know if that's just on my phone, but okay, let's see if we've actually got anything here. Maybe my prompt wasn't that good. Okay, It's a bit weird. I don't know why it's on this color, but you shouldn't be worried about AI bubble if your product doesn't bring any value to people. Agreed. You need to bring value always. I've said that about YouTube for years and years and years. This is pretty cool. The having the magic links stuff locally is so cool. It's so cool, actually. Yeah, but it will probably have a huge impact on pricing of all the LLMs. If the AI bubble bursts, we'll have to pay much more for usage, although I still think it'll be worth it. Yeah, I still think it will be worth it as well. I would pay 5,000 a month for this. Don't tell Anthropic that, but we as a company would pay 10, I don't know, whatever, thousand a month for what I'm using now. And we have in the past, actually. When it was, what they called, what was that original one called? GPT Pilot. We probably spent 5,000 a month on. I'm following your channel almost since you made it. You helped me a lot. Thanks, Slav. I appreciate that, dude. Slavenik. Facebook is firing a ton of people in the AI division. Oh, really? I didn't see that. Meta firing AI people. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, they poached all those people. That's crazy. What? They just hired all those people. God, is it just me or he's looking a bit old, isn't he, Zuckerberg? You know, stress. Did they even need to go into AI? Like they were smashing it on multiple fronts. Like I don't know. I don't know, dude. Marketing alone, yes, I'd pay a lot more. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I would pay a lot of money for Claude Code access. Just don't tell Anthropic that, guys, please. You should do a rating of projects that your community has created with your help. Yeah, true. I will do that at some point. Oh yeah, and because of AI, I cannot get a simple junior job. Yeah, that sucks. That sucks, dude. That really sucks. Always take care using AI agents in real production projects and try to avoid using dangerously skip permissions. I agree. I agree. I agree. Shareholder value and they don't want to get left behind. Yeah, true. True. I think that they've wasted a shit ton of money on it, though, to be honest with you. Don't know. Probably wasn't the best choice, but I guess it was the only choice they had. I'm getting pretty hungry. I do need to order soon. Meta AI are behind Llama LLM. Yeah, they are. I'm going to tell a not so fun fact about consulting business. The customers want to cut our rate by if we use AI. Yep, true. That just reset my database. Is that a good thing? Their AI is going into the Meta glasses landscape. If I was them, I'd be using Claude Sonnet for, or maybe even GPT for vision. There's no way I would be using Meta. I know that they have to, but they talk about an AI arms race between US and China. They never thought about the US AI civil war. Good old Zuckerberg is in the crosshairs yet again. Is he addicted to the drama? Yeah, I think so. I don't know what's going on with. He's chilled the fuck out, and I have my theories as to why that is, but I won't go on to that in stream. But I reckon he's a classic Silicon Valleyer. Did I want it to reset my database? I think it's fine, right? I saw a video where a guy had a file with commands to never run in the project to avoid ruining production. Yeah, when I'm working on SEO Grove, I will at some point I'll do a stream where I work on SEO Grove, but I never ever use dangerously skip permissions on Grove ever. I read everything it does, absolutely everything it does. I will never ever use dangerously skip permissions on Grove. It's just not worth it. What do you think about using N8N workflows inside vibe coding projects to speed things up? Stanley, I'm going to change your life right now, okay? Yes, this one. Yeah, so in order to sell N8N, you need to pay N8N 10,000 a month. No, sorry, 10,000 a year. Can't find out where that is, but it's this one here, I'm pretty sure, Enterprise. When you sell, where is it? Anyway, I can't find it. But basically, if you want to sell N8N as a SaaS, you need to pay N8N, I think 5,000 to 10,000 a year. So just be careful with that. Midlife crisis, Zuckerberg, partially to do with this sneaky personality, I think so. Yeah. Also, reading absolutely everything when working with Claude Code, yeah, for sure. I use dangerously because I review the code after, yeah, fair enough. In your PR, right? I guess. See, the thing with dangerously skip permissions flag in modern dev is you can use git flow and manage. Yeah, for sure. No, I understand that. It's just if it would obviously you guys probably have databases backed up and stuff, but like imagine if it deleted a database or whatever. I've read stories of that happening. But yeah, I get it. What is your opinion about the pricing for agents in the future? All those companies are burning so much money, not sure if they can keep. I would pay a lot more than I'm paying now, so I'm probably the wrong person to ask. It hasn't really done the UI UX, which I'm a little bit disappointed by. But let's just see if we have anything here. Don't ask about that, guys. Okay. Oh. Okay. Well, I mean, that's pretty fucking cool, right? Or nah. Pretty sure that's cool. A dog running on the beach with beach doggy written above it. Generate image. Damn, I knew it. No body. Okay, that's fine. I am going to have to run a slash compact here. Or another thing that I've been learning more recently is you can do a slash clear, which actually is faster. So this is something I've been working on recently. I'm going to do this now live just to show you guys, but I'm not sure if this is actually the best thing to do, just so you know. So there we go. Now we've got context, and then I'll say we just did this. So we just finished this, but let's see if there's actually a console thing here or if we can pick up anything. Generate image, no body, no. So let's go network, and there we go, generate. Okay. Guys, this is pretty cool though. Look at the UI UX here, like how quick this was. I hate it when it says, let me check the browser logs. It's like, bro, I just did. Like, you don't need to do that for me. I don't know what nobody is. I've never seen that before. Yeah, clear works. I love clear. Slash clear is so much better than slash compact in my opinion. Okay, there's obviously some kind of error here where it's only done this part with the UI UX, but that's fine. What's this actually doing? I'm not sure it's actually coding this properly. It doesn't look like it's actually coding this at all properly. I'm just going to quickly... This just feels wrong. I don't know why. It doesn't feel right. Am I using fucking TypeScript, obviously? Why did I put these are the documentation? Stupid. This one isn't actually... It's kind of annoying. This doesn't actually show how to make images with the code, I'm pretty sure. And that's just really pissing me off. Oh, here it is. I just found it here. Clear plus spec kit is nice because it can pick up from where it left off. Yeah, true. Actually, that's pretty cool. What I believe more and more is that vibe coding developers will not lose their jobs so fast, but someone needs to fix it. Yeah, I agree. I completely agree with you. Some days ago, I found a security vulnerability at a competitor, and you were able to impersonate all their users without authentication. As the law is weird, you cannot tell them. Probably they vibe coded too much. Yeah, for sure. That makes sense. But I keep saying this. Developers have the advantage over vibe coders for sure. Still, I mean, the fact that you can come along here, and I don't know how long I've been streaming. I actually have no idea. 2 hours. Create this, right? A dog running down the beach with beach doggy written above it. Let's see. Looks promising. 2 hours of work, and I have pretty much completed a MVP of a SaaS. Come on, guys. Let's fucking go. Bang. So what about the pizza? Yeah, true. I need to go soon, guys, and make pizza. So let's see. Look. 9, and then look. Bang. Oh, shit. Hamish, I will be joining your school community at the end of this month. Let's see if I can finally be able to finish some of my vibe coding projects. You should watch this stream as well, because I've literally just vibe coded an entire SaaS in 2 hours. Fucking insane, guys. This was not possible even 2 weeks ago, or I didn't think it was anyway. God freaking damn it, that is cool. So what I would now go and do, I'm probably not going to do that in this stream. And by the way, if you join tomorrow's stream, it'll be something probably similar to today, but I'll build a different SaaS. I'm not going to continue building this SaaS specifically. I have no interest in this SaaS. I just wanted to show you guys what was possible, right, in such a short amount of time. That is crazy. That is actually crazy that I've just managed to build that in this really short amount of time. It's tracking everything. So monthly usage, 9, right? Because it's already used one. I can press upgrade here. I can get Pro. Let's just quickly check if I get Pro. Let's publish let's publish to DigitalOcean. Yeah, that's probably going to take a bit of time because there's going to be a lot of mistakes and stuff. I would normally just that's something that will probably take an hour or two, Rich, I'm not going to lie. Especially because I didn't use Docker, so it's even worse. Okay, let's just see if I now go to /generate. Do I have more tokens? Fucking yes. Oh, what the hell, man. I can't believe how quick this stuff is now. That's crazy, bro. It's actually insane. A big firework in the sky that says, "We did it, boys," written in fireworks. I can't believe how quick this stuff is. I can't believe it. Guys, I will stream again tomorrow for sure. This has been an amazing stream. Thank you so much for tuning in. We did it, boys. We created an entire SaaS MVP in under 2.5 hours. That is crazy. Thank you so much to everyone who tuned in. I really, really do appreciate it. If you want a SaaS built, feel free to contact us. There's a link in the description of this stream. Guys, you're all legends. I'll be back tomorrow for some more streaming. Thank you so much. We did it, and I will be back tomorrow. Hamish, if I'm allowed to ask, as we're currently building competitor Skool, but is there something you are missing at Skool? Live streaming and community events and things like that. You're going to cry, yeah. I actually kind of feel like crying, honestly. Like, this is crazy. I did not think this was possible at the start of today's stream. I will just say that right now. Thank you, guys. I really do appreciate you all tuning in. I can't believe how fucking easy this stuff is now. I'm going to probably put this entire stream on the Skool community as well. Thank you, guys. Love to all of you. It even does landscape. Crazy. Actually crazy. That's so fucking mad.